we talked about this briefly in the last time we spoke when we were looking at like
Yeah.
eclipse data. So everyone go find out that episode. I think it was one of our best. And it was, we looked we looked at the alignment of visits to where that solar eclipse could be seen in its kind of full glory. And I think one of the things we were talking about at the time was, do you take advantage of opportunities that fall in your lap? I think one of the fascinating things about that is really understanding the calendar and how it's working on a given year. So let's take, this is data from 2024. Now, the fascinating thing about the data from 2024 is if you look at Super Saturday, right? Super
Hmm.
Saturday came out on December 21st. And if you looked at Super Saturday data year over year, you actually saw a decline in visits. Now, when we
Hmm.
put out our data on Super Saturday, we very intentionally did not include year over year visits. Why? December of 2023, so a year prior,
Hmm.
Super Saturday fell out on December 23rd. So it was the last shopping day before Christmas.
Mm.
The visit spike was absolutely enormous. This year came out on the 21st. So what we expected, and then what actually played out, was that the Sunday right after on the 22nd did very well. And Monday, the 23rd, did extremely well because you had all that rush of people who need to buy something right before the holiday happen on the Monday, not on the Saturday. And so one of the things that really kind of peaked for us is if you look ahead at this year, Christmas is even further into the middle of the week. So our thought process is you might see an
Mm.
even lower performance for Super Saturday. But that's not because Super Saturday is less important. It's because the context is shifting in terms of the way the days are actually falling out. And it's something that we think offers a tremendous amount of opportunity for those who know how to lean into it and plan around it, as opposed to maybe the kind of quick hit hot take that says, "Ooh, Super Saturday is losing its value," which is clearly not the case.
So what kind of things are retailers doing then to kind of keep that maybe even level, like not to have the spike that we're seeing on the screen, but what are retailers doing, Ethan, or what do you anticipate that they'll try to do to capture that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday traffic?
Well, I think it's asking like what drives the Super Saturday visit. And we talked about this before, but what
Yeah.
makes someone visit on Black Friday versus Super Saturday? What are the
Yeah.
differences in those motivations? And then it's going to be the same thing here. The person who's visiting December 23rd
Yes.
very often is the uh-oh, I need something customer. And it could be sheets or pillows or food or a present that they didn't get last minute. But understanding that driver of visit, that motivation that you can work your way back to. There's this, I'm a big fan of behavioral psychology. And this idea of there are predictable, irrational processes that we go through, even if they're not as easy to say, this is how everyone works all the time. I think understanding what are those driving forces can bring a ton of value in terms of how we message, how do we drive those visits, and how do we create that in-store experience to help people get from point A to point B as fast as possible, especially when we're linking online to offline, buy online, pick up in store, etc.